We're gonna break down this fight. This was a really good comeback fight for Tim Tszyu. It's the kind of fight that you want a guy to have when he's coming back from such a devastating defeat. You know, against a guy, Joey Spencer, who I didn't recognize at first until they showed the two side-by-side pictures of him back in the day when he was a really young guy, and now when he's about 28 years old with a goatee. Kind of reminds me of, I think it's Cal Rittenhouse, the guy from the George Floyd riots with the, you know the guy, you know what I'm saying? He kind of looked like that guy. I was like, oh shit, he looks like Rittenhouse. But anyway, we're gonna dive in. We're gonna break this fight down a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, and make some comments here and there. Kind of, and this is kind of like what I would like, you know, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney to have this kind of comeback sort of situation after being out for so long. But we're gonna break that fight down. But first, if you're new here, thank you for stopping in and choosing this channel. Please consider liking and subscribing. And if you're an older subscriber, please thank you for subscribing first of all and being a long time subscriber and a supporter. And please like it and share this video as well. This will help us a lot with the algorithm. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break this fight down with the picture-in-picture. All right, so here we go. So here we are back at the studio. This was in Australia, obviously. And like I said, Joey Spencer is a guy I haven't heard of in a long time. I forgot all about Joey Spencer, to be honest with you. But it was good to see him back. And, you know, I forgot the skill sets that Joey Spencer actually had. He is very quick, has good hands and eye coordination. He has good foot movement. You know, he had disappeared for a while, obviously, because I had forgotten all about him. I didn't even recognize him by name, let alone by face until they showed us side by side, like I said before. And so when I saw Spencer in this first round, I actually thought to myself, wow, could this go wrong for Tszyu? Because Joey still looked like he retained a lot of that speed and accuracy. Like for Tszyu, I'm happy for Tim.
2 minutes and 18 seconds.
But the interesting part of it is they asked him at the end, what's next for Tszyu, right? What do you want next? You know, we had Keith one-time Thurman here in Australia not too long ago, right? They asked him about that. He said, hey, sign the contract. Sign the contract. Remember, that was supposed to be the fight long ago before, I think it was the Fondora. I think Fondora was the fill-in, I believe. I'm not quite sure. I think he was. And that's how we got into this situation we're in now. They asked him, you know, he said, they said, can we make a big event here in Australia? And he was like, let's make a big event here. I think Thurman likes to fight in Australia. It's a great fight to make because now they're both coming off, you know, great spectacle wins, right? Not necessarily top tier guys, but spectacle wins. And if I had to judge who did better on what, I would say that Thurman's win is better than Tszyu, only because Thurman was not in the ring for 3 years. And so to come back and still have timing, still have some quickness and power, and put the guy out, yeah, not a world ranking guy, but a guy younger than him nonetheless. You know, with some, you know, he went in there and he took care of business, made it look like he really didn't miss that much. Whereas, you know, Tszyu has been active. You know, he's been active through losses and wins. He's been active. So I expected Tszyu to do something like this if he wasn't shot, and I expected Thurman to look worse than he did. So for me, the Thurman win is better looking. They both, you know, it's a big fight to make in Australia. It's a non-title fight, but it's a big main event. I think if you stack that undercard really well, I think you could have something there. And PBC could make that work. You know, so I will hope to see that fight. If not, I want to see a top 10, you know, eliminator or something between either, you know, with involving Tszyu or Thurman. It'd be nice to see these guys back in the fold. Thurman make his last hurrah, last run at it, and Tszyu trying to get back to what it needs to be. But let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? How Tszyu look to you? You know, what do you think if he does fight Thurman? Who do you think will win? You know, I think right now I have Tszyu winning against Thurman just because of the youth. And if this Tszyu with that kind of combination punch and power is the one that shows up against Thurman, he can make that old guy kind of, you know, have to work too hard. And then of course we all know that Thurman doesn't like to get hit to the body. He kind of like, that's his like Achilles heel. And we see here, Tszyu was really like going to the body and really working that angle. So that'll be something dangerous for Thurman. And I think that'll be the right idea. But let me know in the comments down below, who do you think, who do you got? If they were to face off and square off in the ring. I got Tszyu right now. Let me know what you got. And I'll see you in the next video. And I'm out. Peace.